What is up, people of the internet and all you thirsty, desperate dudes out there who are subscribed to all these girls only fans and don't give a shit about anything else but trying to be a simp online? Bro, you need to stop that shit. Anyways, if you guys found my channel, welcome. It's a wonderful place here where I have Christmas lights on in the background and I'm wearing a t-shirt from the thrift store that I paid a $3 whole for because guess what? I'm not spending more than $10 on shoes or $3 on a shirt. Are you kidding me? Nobody's got time for that. Anyways, so if you found my channel by chance, welcome. I'm going to explain a little something to you that maybe you've never heard before or seen before. Well, and that is my numbers. My numbers absolutely suck, but nobody cares because guess what? We have fun here, and that is what it's all about, people. I've been online since 2011. I have less than 6,000 views and less than 40 subscribers. Dear God, that's terrible. But the information that you're going to listen to on my channel is by far probably more important than people like Wheat Waffles because even though he's got a lot more success than I do, hence he's got 70,000 subscribers, millions of views, and whatever else. The point is that here you're going to get the unflattering truth, but also some hope. Because, yeah, if you study the black pill is absolutely detrimental to the mental health of people because it's like taking a poison pill. All right? It's like saying, here, take this pill. It's going to kill you because there's no hope. All right? I'm here to give you some hope. I'm here to restore some hope and faith in humanity. All right? So the black pill is a nihilistic philosophy, which is a tangent off of the red pill, where the red pill exposes people to uncomfortable truths. The black pill ultimately states that there's nothing we can do about these truths and that we should stop trying to change them. For example, if the red pill says all women are hoes, the black pill says that's a terrible thing and why should you ever try or even bother to date women because they're hoes. Whereas on my channel, I'm saying, why don't you try being a little bit more understanding and forgive them? And then you can get what you want. All right? Because if you haven't noticed, men are hoes too. All right? Men also are guilty. So we're going to get on to the video here. It is called 100 Black Pill Beliefs in One Video. And we're going to examine what he says, and I'm going to do my best to get through some of this video and provide my commentary. All right, let's begin.
1. Looks are the most important factor for man's dating success. 2. Women care about looks more than men. 3. This is mainly because women are much more selective in their mate choice. Their dating strategy can be compared to a single-line fisherman trying to catch the highest quality fish. Meanwhile, 4. Most men take whatever they can get. They're like sea trawlers throwing a big net into the ocean, picking up whatever. There's a lot of men out there that will pretty much go with anyone, attractive or unattractive. 5. Looks is becoming even more important for guys now because of the explosion of online dating apps. 6. Looks is also becoming more important because women are exposed to more and more options daily. What's the fastest way to narrow down 100 options? Easy. Just get rid of anyone short, ugly, bald, and so on. 7.
Okay, so we're going to try to examine some of the things and the points that he said. All right, so basically in the black pill community, they believe that looks is the only thing that matters. And I have to agree with that to some extent, and I'm going to explain what I mean. So if you assume as a guy that your looks do not matter, all right, let me give you this example. So if I was to work at Burger King and you came to the window and you said, hey, what's up, Burger King? I want a number 5 meal, okay? This is what you order. This is what you have in your mind, okay? This is what you imagine that you're going to get, right? Delicious cheeseburger with fries, a soda, and whatever else, all right? But instead of me handing you this, I give you something like this, all right? Something disgusting, moldy, expired, whatever. I take no time to fix the meal properly. Maybe it's frozen, whatever. You are going to be fully offended. You're going to be like, that's not what I wanted. Besides, who wants gross, nasty, dirty, disgusting food? Okay? So my point is, yes, he's correct. looks do matter as far as initial attraction goes. So if you're a guy and let's say you look like this, or maybe you look like this, or like this, you don't brush your teeth, you have zero hygiene, okay, teeth yellow, don't shave, gross, disgusting, overweight, don't know how to talk to people, you're a jerk, whatever, okay? Nobody is going to want to be with you. Am I right? Yes, of course I'm right. All right, instead, women in general want men like this. They want guys who are shredded, who have muscles, who shave, okay, who have great hygiene, they have good manners, okay? They're not assholes, all right? This is what women want. All right? So we can agree with that. That's what they want. However, if you are an attractive man and you look like this and you say, "Well, women suck." Well, dude, let me explain something to you. If you're an attractive guy and you have a disgusting attitude, you're just a good-looking dickwad. Or if you're stupid and you don't know how to talk to women, all right? Now you're just a good-looking moron, okay? So you have to factor in a lot of things into what makes you you and what is appealing about you to turn a woman on mentally, okay? So once again, going back to the Burger King explanation or illustration, if this is what you present to your customer or to your potential mate, they are going to be more inclined to eat the food or to take you as you are versus if you look like this or like this or like this. Okay? Do you understand now? Okay. So let's move on and continue.
Let's get rid of anyone short, ugly, bald, and so on. 7. Any man an 8 or above in attractiveness will have the red carpet rolled out for him on online dating apps. 8. In contrast, any man between a 5 and 7 in attractiveness will struggle massively on online dating, getting barely any matches and scarcely getting replies to messages. 9. Any man below a 5 will get 0 matches for life. 10. On online dating apps, 60% of likes go to the top 10% of men. 11. 80% of the matches go to the top 20%. 12. 95% of matches go to the top 50%. Therefore, 13. Just 5% of matches go to the bottom 50% of guys. 14. These statistics also show that looks are mostly objective. There is very little room for opinion or preference. 15. A man's money now means nothing to women as they can instead either work for themselves or rely on the government to provide resources instead.
Okay, so to address this point that he's talking about, where women only want a top percentage of men, that applies also to men. Okay? What man in his right mind wants a fat, ugly, disgusting looking woman? Nobody. Okay? So it works both ways here, people. If you're listening to this video, please understand this is not to bash women at all. This is to give a fair and balanced view on how it actually is and how things work in life, okay? So typically, men want this type of woman. If I could pull her up, stripper, female, modest. Let's just keep it modest here if I can. Okay, so men want this type of woman, all right? This is how they envision women to be. Skinny, attractive, busty, not like this. Okay, this is definitely a bad example of what men want. They don't want someone who's unattractive or looks like a butch. They want curves. They want long hair. Okay, and let's be honest here, guys. If you go to the grocery store, you go to Walmart, how many women do you see that look like this? Okay, it's a very small percentage, probably the top 20%. So that being said, it would be safe to say that if men want the top 10%, if women want the top 10% of men, then it's likely to assume that men want the top 10% of women. And you're not going to get that top tier woman unless you look like her match. Okay? So if you want that type of woman, you need to look like that type of guy. Be her match. Okay? Now, if you look like this, expect to get women that look like this, okay? So don't assume that if you look like old disgusting food over here, you're going to get a nice looking woman. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, so to fix this problem, all right, you cannot change your height, obviously, but you can change your weight. You can change whether you have a jawline or not. Okay, people assume that, oh, I don't have the Chad jawline. You know, it's not square enough. Well, did you know that if you work out and lift weights, that your jawline actually gets defined because your testosterone levels go up? You probably did not know that. So that's why you see that men who are a bit on the softer side, who don't work out, they don't have that square jawline. You can't. It's impossible. Okay? So, yeah, just make sure you improve what you can. Okay? Focus on things that you can change and accept things that you cannot. So you cannot control what you were born with as far as your height or your length. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about. All right? And I've seen plenty of women say that they like guys with short dicks or small dicks because it does feel good to them sometimes. So a lot of women don't prefer big dicks. That's a lie. All right? Women are lying to you. So that's just a preference. It's not mandatory. All right? Because how do I know this? Well, think about it. If lesbians get off on fingers that are only this long, guess what? They're going to get off to men whose wieners are that long, okay? So I'm just using common sense here. Now, what was I getting at with this? I'm trying to think. I'm losing my train of thought. Anyways,
16.
Let's continue.
Any man that gets in a relationship based on his money has no real attraction from the woman. It is all fake love. 17. His only purpose is just to provide resources for her, whether it be pay for her bills, expensive dates, holidays, and so on. 18. Any man that gets a relationship mainly because of his money will likely get dumped as soon as he loses his job or investments. 9.
That's not true. I mean, if you come to my city, come to Jacksonville, Florida, and you will see an abundance of broke, homeless men with women, beautiful women. And if you didn't know it, women do not only date hypergamously, they date down. And the reason I know that is because there's thousands of women that I've seen personally who date men who are broke and homeless. You know what they have to offer those women? Their time. They have endless amounts of time to be at home and cater to her whenever she wants. And her being the successful businesswoman does not need a man, quote unquote, does not need a man to provide financially for her. She only needs him for physical needs. So therefore, if you're a guy with not much to offer other than your body, you still have a fighting chance, okay? How do you think guys who've been through like multiple divorces and multiple kids and baby mamas are still able to pull women? It's because they look very good and appealing. They work on themselves. And if you don't work on yourself, then I guess you're going to be lonely. Zero effort equals zero results. A lot of effort equals a lot of results. So take your pick.
19. Relationships based on money will likely end up as dead bedrooms. The man might get intimacy twice a year, on his birthday and on Christmas. 20. Confidence does...
Okay, all right, let me stop it right here, and I've got to wrap this up because I have to go. But this is a major problem in marriages and relationships where the guy gets very little sex in the relationship. However, you can't always blame the girl. I mean, now I will say this. If you look like this and your wife or your girlfriend's not putting out like she should, that's a problem on her part, and you need to question her. And you need to sit her down and ask her, hey, what's the problem? What's the deal here? Okay, I didn't sign up for this. You know, you give me sex twice a year, that's unacceptable. All right, I will say this, that the bare minimum should probably be about twice a month. That's the bare minimum. If you're not getting it at least that, then you should move on. Or at least have a conversation and draw the line somewhere. You have to draw the line as a man. You cannot just say this is acceptable. That's not acceptable. All right? Unless you've been married for 20 plus years and you both just are not interested anymore in sex, then why are you putting up with that? There's plenty of women out there to cater to you. I just don't understand that. Unless you've been in it, unless you've been in that relationship for 20 plus years, or you've got kids together and they're small. Okay, I can't understand why you would put up with that. That's just, quite frank, unacceptable. So you need to have a conversation with her and say, hey, look, sweetheart, how hard is it for you to lay on your back for 5-10 minutes? All right. It takes very little effort on your end to put out. And if she says, well, you don't do this and you don't do that. Okay. Say, you know what? I'll work on that. But you need to do your part. You know, because honestly, I am doing all these things. I am buying you flowers. I am taking you out to dinner. I am doing my part. What are you doing? Except wasting my time and resources. Taking all my money. Like, you don't put out. This is a problem. And you need to have a conversation with her and put the hammer down. Straight up. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to have to stop this video right here. Unfortunately, I only got 2.5 minutes in on his video, and I'm sure he's got 80 more reasons why the black pill is so cool. And yeah, I mean, I could take a couple hours out of my time to rebuttal all of this, but I just don't have the time. I have a real job. I don't do YouTube, and I don't get paid to do YouTube. This is something I do on the side, and I enjoy it. So if you guys like this video, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm BP signing out, bro.